Hi, welcome to Caribou Country Lifestyle. My name is Cheryl and we are on day 3 of my gluten-free sourdough starter, and I just wanted to show you what's been happening. I'm pretty excited about the results so far. So I'm just going to take out the sourdough starter out of the oven and I'll let you see what's been going on. I'm going to get fairly close. Do you see all those air bubbles? That's that flour and water, and it's fermenting action which is causing those air bubbles. Isn't that awesome? So I wanted to show you, I'm so excited. I think it's working and it seems to be doing what it says to be doing. So I'm gonna get my digital scale out because it was saying in the recipe that if this has grown 30%, to take 40 grams of the discard out and then add more, but I'm not sure if it's growing 30%. I have been adding 50 grams of water and 20 grams of the buckwheat flour and 20 grams of the rice flour every morning and every evening, and this is day 3. So I don't know, I think it is growing 30%. So I'm going to get my digital scale and we'll remove 40 grams of the discard. I have a clean jar and this is what I'm putting the discard into, is this jar here, and after I put it in the discard, then I'm going to store it in the fridge, because then I'll be removing discard from it each time. And then once I get to the point where it's ready, then I can actually start using it to make bread. Okay, so I have my digital scale. I'm just going to turn my scale on and it has it at a 0. So I'm going to take the lid off and I'm going to stir this up a little bit so then I can remove 40 grams, and I'll just going to at 30. Oop, there we go. We're at 45, 47. So I will take a little bit of this back, not much. Let's see what that is. It's 42. That's pretty close. It was 47, so I'm just gonna scoop this back down into the jar. And then I've got my kettle turned on to get that ready, because when you're adding the water, it has to be warm water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this discard into the fridge. Okay, so I have the discard in the jar. I'm going to put this in my fridge. Find a spot for it in my fridge. Move some stuff around. Oh, too tall to be in there. Okay. I'll put it right there. Okay. Okay, I have my other jar ready. I'll turn this back on. And I found a couple of jars here, and I've got this one labeled with the buckwheat flour. the white rice flour. These jars were given to me and I've had them for a couple of years, and I remembered that I had them, so it worked out well. So we're gonna add 50 grams again to this starter. And this is 50 grams of warm water. Okay, there's 50 grams. And I'm gonna push this stuff on the sides down to the bottom. And then I stir this up. Once I've added the warm water, I stir this up, and what that does is it kind of gets the starter mixed in that's already activated, and it gets rid of all of those bubbles and kind of aerates it. Okay. And I'll put that back on. I'm going to zero it again. And now I'm going to add 20 grams of the buckwheat flour. There's 6, 17, 19, 20. That's what I love about using this digital scale. It makes it very precise, which is what you want. And then I'll add 20 grams of the white rice flour. I'm at 36, so I don't need much more. 38, there's 40, oh, 39, 40, very precise. And then I'll take my spoon and I'm going to stir that in. You want to make sure that you don't have any dry flour. I'll set that right there for now. Going to put my coffee filter on. So here we have it. And so then now every day, every morning and every evening, I'm going to be removing discard from that. Okay. And then I'm going to put this back in the oven. And I've just been keeping this light on the whole time, and that is what is the warmth from that light is what's activating. So now I'm just going to keep removing some of that discard every time I feed the starter, and I will be putting that discard in my fridge. And then now over the course of day 4 to day 7, or it might take a couple more days, I will just keep doing that, removing discard, putting it in the discard jar, and refeeding what's in the oven. That starter, I will just keep feeding that twice a day, removing the discard, putting it in my discard jar, and then I can use that discard for things like pancakes or pizza dough or crackers. There's actually quite a few different treat recipes that are in this book that you can use that discard for. So I'm excited about that. Might be having some pancakes. My son will be very happy about that. And then somewhere in between day 7 and day 10 is when I'm going to start seeing results from my sourdough starter that I'll be able to actually start using it for baking things like bread and basically whatever I want to bake. I'm just going to start by playing around with it and doing bread for sure to start, and using the discard to make pancakes. Pancakes are a big hit with our household too, so I just wanted to bring you along to show you that. I was so excited. It seems like it's working, and I'm just going to show you the book that I am using. I found it in chapters in Kamloops. So this is the Gluten-Free Sourdough Baking, and it is by Mary Thompson. And she has the founder of a couple of celiacs. So she obviously has celiacs. My son does not have celiacs. He has autism, and we had him tested for food sensitivities and gluten and dairy, plus other sensitivities that he has is citrus fruits, broccoli, and radishes. So unfortunately, I love broccoli, but we just don't have a lot of broccoli because, I mean, we could have it as a side dish for Jamie and I, but it's a sensitivity for him. So anyways, thanks for joining me, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.